Hello, Henrique. Thank you for being here. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm going to give me just a minute.
Sure.
Já comecei. Yeah. Yeah, you're seeing already my presentation, yes? Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank
So
you.
I'm going to talk about Loule Criativo, and after that about the case, which is the last project we have been working on, which begins with a creative residency, but it's going to be the putting our products in the market, finally, the Loule Creative products, but I'll talk about that at the end. So to understand our project, it is a municipality project from the municipality of Loule, but it's a very structured project with a huge team. And our main mission is to safeguard and enhance the territory identity through creativity and innovation. Um, Loule is in the south of Portugal and in a very touristic area. So that's one of the reasons to work on our identity, because as it is a touristic destination, it's important to have something that people can really understand about this territory and to give some differentiation. I don't know if I can say this in English, but it's what makes the cities and the territories different among them. And if it's very clear what's special about this place, I think that will be a reason for people to come here and to remember us. So goals, I'll try to be fast. We really want to develop the economy through the creativity. We want to make research and innovation around all this process to really work on saving and developing the traditional arts, and to be part of this movement that's happening in the world. We are really worried about sustainability, so we work under the circular economy principles, and very aligned with the OSDs, the United Nations developing points. And I'll go on. This is our structure. We have three main branches, which is the creative tourism, the work with the ancient crafts, which has a workshop network, and the Loule Design Lab, which is the part that I take care, which is the relation of the crafts with the design, and the Loule Creativus branch for the innovation. So about the creative tourism, the creative tourism is this again a branch or a part of the touristic proposals, which is the experience, the territory experience. As we are in the south of Portugal, people come here for the sun and for the beach, and this is where people can emerge on a cultural experience. So that's what we offer, and we do it with a group of collaborators, which are companies or private people and artists that give workshops. So what Loule Creativo does is to give them visibility. So we communicate several activities every month, and then the people contact directly our partners, which give their proposals. So it's very much about workshops, very much about things to do hands-on, to really make something, very related with crafts, but also with gastronomy. We're making some kind of goodies with our local products. And you see here some more activities. And what we want is to, again, promote our culture, to give this experience about our identity and our immaterial heritage. I didn't translate all of them, sorry for that. And again, develop the economy, the local economy, and bring new people to work on these areas. So it's ancient crafts, gastronomy, patrimony, and design is the areas we work on. Then the work on the ancient crafts with the workshops network. These workshops is places where artisans can work, exhibit, and sell their products. And people that go there really have this experience to know the people that really do the pieces. So it's a very special experience. And we have a map of all the workshops in the ancient part of the city, and then we have a new workshop which is in a little village more in the interior of the municipality. The workshops we have, most of them are collaborative workshops where several people work. The copper shop is one of them, palm weaving, clay. These are the individual ones with a luthier and a watchmaker, a textile studio, and the last one, which is the one in the interior, the Spartograph studio. The team behind this workshops network, they are also responsible for the education and training courses, which have different sizes. Some of them are near to a workshop. It's like a scale of time. If you have 3 hours experience, that's a workshop. Then you can have a week teaching lessons in which you start to know something about the techniques and can kind of start working on your projects. But to be an artisan, you take years for that. So we have the most structured training courses of 3-4 months. And we have partnerships with CEART, which is a national organization for developing crafts, and they also bring courses to Loule. But the ones we organize are related to what has been in history, the arts that we have here, and the ones that we are trying not to lose, as the medium age of our crafters is 75. So this is really a war we are into, to really bring new people to work on these arts. Some more, this is weaving and natural inking, a dolls course. And here we reach the design lab, in which we have a different system. The design lab is dedicated for more contemporary creators, the now called makers, which are artisans that most of them have already studied design. So it's kind of the new generation. And we work differently because we help them to work on their brands, to build their business in a more structured way. So we have, again, courses and training in different areas. We organize talks in which they have contact, again, with different kinds of information. We make our programs based on, well, what we find interesting, but also where in each group where we find they have some needs and some things that have to be worked on. So we go from contact to interesting designers and crafters, to work on storytelling, on brand making, on digital communication. So how to exhibit in store, organizing product families, all that, and also intellectual property. So we are always working on these talks and in these programs. Here are some images of the projects that have been with us, with different kind of techniques and approaches. Some more near architecture, some come from design, some are artists that want to make applied arts. And here are some projects that I would like to talk a little bit. Like Cork, it's a local brand that already existed when we made Loule Design Lab. And she came for some more developing and collaboration. So she works with cork always with other materials. And this is a modular carpet in which she puts cork and different techniques of the palm weaving. Again, another project which already existed also of Sina Poeta Azul. What they did with us was they again came searching for collaborations with local artisans, and they already did stamps, and they have a laser cutter and engraving machine. So they used to make it in wood, and with us they did it with pottery or ceramics, and they engraved each piece with the laser engraving. So they have the Carla me ajuda, barro, clay. They have the clay base, then the white clay on top of it, and then the engraving goes through the white to find the brown inside. So it's high technology on traditional techniques, and they make each piece. So the machine is working like a crafter on each piece, and they have this very detailed result. Gonçalo Gama, a designer that was making his master course, and he decided to learn the techniques to build his own prototypes. So he's really an example of this new generation of crafters that come from design and then start making their own projects. And Blow Plastic, a very innovative project in which he started blowing plastic because it was too expensive to blow glass, which is what he studied. And he blows the PLA plastic, which is the one for the 3D printers, which doesn't come from oil, so it's a bit more sustainable. And he makes these very unique pieces because it's a very crafty process. I'm not going to talk much more about the design lab, but this was an important project which was during the pandemic. Everybody was at home, and everybody was spending a lot of time in social networks and all that. So it was a time where with all the people closed, we were working on this migration to the online. Everybody finished their websites and all that, and we did these mini docs to watch on a mobile phone. And it was a very interesting project with great impact, in which we worked with a local high school and the Algarve University, filming and making the graphics, and it was a very interesting. You can find it in our site in our YouTube channel. The design lab also has this project, which is the Infinity, in which we work really with the principles of the circular economy, and we reuse lost materials, building new pieces for, on this case, this part of the project, for social impact. So some of the materials were completely back to the materials from an object back to materia prima. How do you say it, Carl? Can you help me?
Material, yeah.
Okay.
Basic material,
and
elementary.
What? Sorry?
Or the elementary material.
Okay.
Right?
Elementary material. They bring back there and make new kinds of materials, and this was for making more human a site for elderly people, which looked very much like an hospital. So it was really to get a more warm environment. So he did like 40 or 50 of these picture project with these materials. Here from lost signage to make a giant musical instrument for kids. This one not so changing so much the nature of where the materials come from. The drawers came to be new projects. And here again, for sensitive stimulation and also for working movement. So this was really a project for social impact. And after it finished, we start working with a local music festival with the same principles. They are very committed with sustainability. So now every year we make new products for people. This is a lounge area in the music festival, all with recycled and reused materials on this project. The headquarters of Loule Criativo, where Loule Design Lab is based. We have a shop, an exhibition gallery, accommodation for the creative residencies where the Carla students are staying this week. We have 17 beds for people that come to work here with us. A big training workshop, very flexible. The wood workshop, product studio, product photo studio, and the 3D printers, the co-working rooms for the design lab people. And about the exhibitions, we make our own exhibitions with our projects, but we also receive exhibitions from other partners that are working with something that we really want to show our community. So we have made a lot of them. And then inside, let me just check the hours. Oh God. We really promote the collaboration spirit in our community, and it's one of the growing ways that is really getting into success on projects. So this was one of the first collaborations we did. It was the Design Lab core with the ancient crafts workshops, and we try to have new types of products that really could bring a new value perception, because the products at that time were very cheap, and with other typologies we could start reaching new price levels and new kind of customers. So this was the base for this project. So every crafter developed a lamp. Some we gave the drawing, others they were creative and they wanted to make their own. So it was kind of flexible on this way. And every time one of them delivered the lamp, we made a picture. And when we knew, we had also a picture photo project. This was the first time we presented the project in an exhibition in Algarve Design Meeting. And then we made also an exhibitor for their shop. So when you enter the workshop now, you have all the collection and everything is available for request. And the second year we repeated this project, but with all the Design Lab community, with all the crafters in the workshops. So different kind of pieces with different approaches, packaging, brand issues. So there were many ways they found to bring something to help the ancient crafts. Then these were the inside collaborations. Then at the first time we start trying to get in touch with all the economic developers in the region. But now it's getting the other way, and they reach us because they found what we represent, and for this touristic part, the resorts and all that, they really find interest in having the ancient crafts also on their DNA. So this was a local resort that made a rebranding, and they wanted us to make a landmark with their new logo. So we had one of the artists inside the design lab working with the ladies from the palm weaving, and we did this huge piece, which was really interesting. Collaborations with the Fine Arts School of Lisbon, collaborations with restaurants and other local resorts, and with nice quantities. So for these plates, they asked for 200. So this is really working. and really getting into business. Really still growing, but starting to get good expression. Then we have these collaborations also with the big guys around. We work with local commerce, but also we have a nice dialogue with IKEA. And here we did a co-branding, a very interesting co-branding collaboration in which they asked us um, to go and make live work on the shop. And we said, and why don't we mix our products? And they accepted that. So we went with our products inside IKEA and to show that the dialogue is possible on people's houses. So it was very interesting. They gave us our front window. They gave us the front window, and we again made the dialogue with their products. And here was the showcases of people working inside IKEA and showing the techniques in their art. Then the creative residencies. It's a very important part of our work. We had made several with different partners, some with local designers, but many others with companies. Here it was a design company, a national design company that brought some designers to work with the crafters and develop new products that they would sell. Here, a stylist, a fashion stylist, that we asked him to make a production in the fields, and he said, if I'm going to Loule, I want to work with local crafters. So he put these big fashion brands in dialogue with products made by our crafters. An artist residency here with the Passo Futuro, with international designers, and here a summer school with Michelangelo Foundation, in which designers from 10 countries in Europe came to work with metal techniques, some from Loule and others that come from other parts of the country. And we reached the case. I should have stopped. I'll try to be fast now. This was the case, the case I wanted to show you, which has to do with this. It was the second residency we made, and it was the first one I collaborated with Loule Criativo. And the first one we called Designers Loule, which is Loule Designers, in which we brought 3 designers that were born in Loule but went to study and work abroad. The girl Vanessa was working in China at this time, and Hugo in London, and I was in Lisbon. And we came back 20 years after studying and after leaving Loule to have this new look to our origins and to our identity, but with all the information that we bring from outside. So it was organized, the residency, in 2 weeks. The first one, we had lessons from the crafters to learn the techniques and to know about them. And in the second one, we made some experiences to try to find where to go, and not really to bring prototypes in 2 weeks. So it was an experimentation week, and after that we developed products. At the end of the afternoon, in the first 2 weeks, we had sessions, 2 sessions during the day with crafters, and at the end of the day we had this cultural immersion program, which was open to all the community. We had these posters around the city, and many people came to join us on these experiences. And this one had to do with local food. And she made this, I don't know how to say it in English, but the food cycle with the recommended good foods, and she did it physically and in a very graphic way. So it was kind of impressive. And here with one of the local archaeologists, we went around the medieval Loule, and we finished the session with her showing us behind these greens an Islamic graffiti with 600 or 700 years, which is still there behind the vegetation. It was very interesting. We also did this, the Empreita wheel, in which the artisans were working in circle. It's a traditional thing to do, but we did it huge in the center of the city, in the market day, so many people came around, and we had 1 chair with a crafter and 1 empty chair to invite people to work with them. it was really a success, and now we do it every year since then. And after the first week, we were supposed to start drawing, and we only found problems. We did this meeting to trying to make a balance, and there was so much to think about and to talk about. It was really difficult to bring projects because we wanted to talk to responsible people. So we organized at the end of the residency, we had to show something. So we made some tests, but more than that, with the design thinking techniques, we put all the problems in the wall, systematize the materials, make the same piece with different techniques to really feel the touch of each expression, but most of everything, thinking about the problems, bringing them to the wall. And we talked for 2 hours, and there were political responsibles watching it. It was very interesting because they were already working on this, and we kind of reached their train after 2 weeks, and they were laughing because we were saying the things that they were working on. But after that, they invited me to build the design lab because they found that we were committed, and we found ourselves committed also. So 3 months of prototyping after that. And the exhibition, we decided to make it in the center of the city instead of a gallery. So it was a window exhibition. People didn't have contact, but it reached people that doesn't go to exhibitions, because it was in this old shop in the main street in Loule, and we did the exhibition like a book with the pieces with very much information around it. So we really want to talk and to show the problems and what had to be done. After that, we walked around with our exhibition. We repeated the wall of the second week of the residency in some places. This was in an Algarve design meeting when Loule Design Lab was also getting born. Then we went to Torres Vedras, another city, and to Mértola, and the first projects. This is an important one because it's the most political one. It's the palm weaving. It has a part in the process. In the middle of the process, they make these rolls, and after that, they sew it. But they know they have to make one of these rolls with one size for a small piece, with the other size for a different piece, and they measure it with open arms, which they called braças, which is arms. So I found that this could be a metrical line for work, the value of the time of work. So these pieces are sold on a time logic. So here you have a 2 hours bowl and a 4 hours bowl, a 15 hours lamp, 4 hours lamp, 1 hour lamp, and table lamps, 4 hours and 2 hours that can be flat pack for packaging. And this was interesting because at this time the crafters didn't accept to work really thinking about the value of their work, and this project happened because we found that they sold for 15 hours a piece that took all the day to make. So when we started this, it was really a fight to get them to receive 6 hours. And now that the project is coming to the light, finally, we rebudgeted for getting into market, and now the value of the hour is 11 euros. So it made a difference after 6 years on them and also on the customer, which is an interesting, we had to work on these 2 parts at the same time, the market perception and the maker perception also. Some more pieces, I'll try to get faster, but you can see what we did. Here, just because the inspiration is important in our relation to the local history, these pieces were born from our research in the museum, because the Islamic bowls didn't have, it wasn't a total piece. They had the bowl and they have the covers. And when they need to cover something, they use any cover to put it there because it was kind of universal. So Hugo developed these pieces like that. Or this based on the cataplana, which is a cooking pan for a cooking a piece for cooking, very traditional and the most important on the copper work. And also the cakes that we learn how to do, which is usually fruit shapes, and we make it like a color sample. And in the inauguration, we served the bowls, the cakes for people to taste one of the pieces. Second edition, 7 years after, many things changed. All the workshops were created after this. Loule Criativo really got its size on these years. So everybody is different now, and we have much more information. And what was the main difference? We made this second residency to bring the products to market, because we didn't do it at the first time. We had some production questions, because we have to have some kind of company to take care of this. And now we are thinking in a way that the craft have to talk with each other when they have different materials, so that on their collaboration they'll find a way to work together and to bring the products to market themselves, and not with a company in the middle. That's one of the important things. But another thing was the first residency was very much based on the designers. And in these years and after that, with the balance, it's very important that we put the designers and the crafters in the same level. So some of the difference in this residency was all the information was shared. And we started the residency with a table, putting the goals on the table and bringing the products from everybody. They were invited to think about the problems of their work, the pieces that they want to make, the dreams they have, and we would work on that together. So everybody did an individual presentation, and after that we went to the museums together, and not only the designers. So the research was made together and the information was with everybody. So we visit the museum, the storage of another museum, to find some secrets on techniques in the real storage. It was very interesting to do together. So we are teaching again, and we worked together, and we talked a lot to find the pieces. There was interesting things. One of the crafters did this systemizing of the techniques. And so he also makes his own organization and research work. And on that, they build this collection in which they find how to use the techniques in these, which look like very traditional pieces, but they are thought now, designed now, but really with the flavor of the natural expressions of these materials. Or this one, in which the pottery maker, we asked, what did you want to work on, and what was the problems you wanted to work on? And we really have this not raining problem in the Algarve. We have a water problem. So for our agriculture, there are these ancient techniques that countries where there's not so much rain, they use this, in which they put pottery inside the Carla, ajuda-me.
Soil, inside the soil.
Exactly. So the pottery goes inside the soil. The water can go through the pottery walls, and the plants get to drink what they need to push it from the pottery. So there's no loss for the water, and you can use this valuable resource in a very controlled way. So we developed a new model, thinking about how the culture is made with lines. So try to develop how can design help on this, which is an ancient technique still used, but in a more rational way. And then we developed vases on this, and these boxes also based on what pottery can give. Again, they the vegetables will last longer in pottery than in a refrigerator, which is interesting. So this is kind of an alternative to that. Well, some more pieces. And to finish, I have also this one, which is a piece in which we show the process to build a bowl in copper. So it's the process piece, which is a useful piece, but mainly to tell again the storytelling of the technique itself. And here, this relation that craft has with the territory. This is a rug for wall, which is a piece that they traditionally make, but more in these circular shapes. And this is based on again, I'm losing my English, on the views of the places where they work. And the crafter herself decided which was the stone she wanted to work on. So they did the drawing together and bring this interesting piece up. And I wanted to make a bowl based on the valleys of the municipality. So I asked the division which takes care of geographic information systems, and they prepared an app for me so that I could find the valleys that were could give us a shape to make a bowl. And the most interesting one was where the workshop is. It's their village valley. So it was not easy to understand when I brought the drawing, but when the piece was coming up, they start recognizing the places. And the stone you see here, it's the one here. So this is really related to this territory and to the places where people work. And I finished. Thank you. This is a picture of one of the exhibitions with all the community. It talks very much about us, and thank you for having me with this all time I thought. Sorry.